The xenobiology lab aboard the Celestial Harmony hummed with the usual symphony of alien conversations. Elsa Martinez sat at her workstation, human among dozens of species, watching the holographic projection rotate before her colleagues. The creature suspended in blue light was magnificent and terrifying, 4 meters of scaled muscle, 6 eyes arranged in a predatory arc, and mandibles that could crush starship hull plating. The Cravathi apex predator, Professor Gillenth announced, his translator rendering his chittering into standard galactic. The Zenthari researcher gestured with 3 of his 4 arms. Extinct. For approximately 2,000 cycles. One of the most feared predators in this sector's recorded history. The assembled scientists, a mixture of Zenthari, Vokreen, and Piltharian researchers, leaned forward with reverent attention. Elsa noticed how their various appendages trembled slightly. Fear, even of a long-dead species, was universal. Note the dermal plating, Gillenth continued, zooming into the creature's hide. Resistant to most energy weapons of its era. The Cravathi dominated 3 star systems before a planetary virus finally eliminated them. Older. Remarkable, whispered Dr. Thune, a Vokreen whose species had nearly been hunted to extinction by these very creatures. My ancestors told stories. They called them the end of songs. James Chen, the only other human in the xenobiology department, sat beside Elsa. He caught her eye and raised an eyebrow. She knew that look. He was thinking the same thing she was. The bite force, Gillenth said, exceeded 12,000 newtons. They were ambush predators, capable of achieving burst speeds of 90 kilometers per hour. Nothing in their ecosystem could stand against them. How did the ancient civilizations defend against them? Asked a young Piltharian student, her voice barely above a whisper. They didn't, Gillenth replied grimly. They fled. Entire colonies were abandoned when Cravathi packs moved into a region. The species was considered unkillable by conventional means. Only the virus saved us. Elsa raised her hand. Every alien eye in the room fixed on her. Yes, Dr. Martinez. Can I call my grandpa? He hunted those. The room fell into absolute silence. Several translators hiccuped, apparently uncertain they'd processed the statement correctly. Professor Gillenth's mandibles froze mid-gesture. I'm sorry? He finally managed. My grandfather, Elsa repeated calmly. Miguel Martinez. He was a game warden on Kepler 442b before he retired. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of these mounted in his den. James was grinning now, pulling up his personal datapad. Oh man. Yeah. My uncle probably hunted these too. Uncle Wei was part of that colony security team. On New Guangzhou. Is this the thing they called murder geckos in the regional reports? Professor Gillenth's skin had shifted to a pale gray, the Zenthari equivalent of shocked confusion. That is. These creatures were extinction-level threats. Your human relatives hunted them? Well, yeah, Elsa said, scrolling through her own device. Here, look. That's definitely Grandpa with one. He's using his old Remington rifle. Must have been, what, 15 years ago? She projected the image into the shared hollow space. The assembled aliens recoiled as one. The photograph showed an elderly human man, grinning broadly. One foot propped on the corpse of a Cravathi predator. He wore what appeared to be primitive camouflage fabric and held an archaic projectile weapon. That's a Class 9 extinction threat, someone whispered. Grandpa called them cranky lizards. Elsa added helpfully. Dr. Thune's breathing apparatus was working overtime. But the dermal plating, the speed, the ambush capabilities. Oh, humans are ambush predators too, James interjected. We just do it from, like, really far away. And we're persistent hunters. We don't chase things down fast, we just follow them until they're too tired to run anymore. Your species hunted pursuit style? Professor Gillenth's voice had risen an octave. But you lack the proper musculature for... We have endurance, Elsa explained. And we sweat. which means we can regulate body temperature during extended activity. Most predators overheat. We just keep going. Plus, opposable thumbs, James added, wiggling his fingers. Great for making tools. Like guns. Really, really good guns. Elsa was video calling now, her grandfather's weathered face appearing in the holographic display. Hi, Grandpa. Quick question. You remember those cranky lizards on Kepler? 442b? Miguel's face lit up. The Cravathi? Hell yes. Dangerous bastards. Lost 2 fingers to 1 before I learned to respect them. He held up his right hand, showing 7 fingers instead of 9. Why do you ask? The science team here says they were an unkillable apex predator that caused entire civilizations to flee in terror. Her grandfather laughed, the sound booming through the speakers. Unkillable? Mija, we had a hunting season for them. Had to implement a tag system to prevent overhunting. They were damn good eating once you learned to prepare them right. Tastes like chicken, but gamier. Every alien in the room had gone completely still. You ate them? Dr. Thune's voice was barely audible. Sure, Miguel said cheerfully. Sustainable hunting is important. We took maybe 300 a year, kept the population healthy. They actually started getting more cautious around human settlements. Learned to avoid us. Smart creatures, really. Shame about the virus. Professor Schillenth was making a sound his translator couldn't parse. His color had gone from gray to a deep purple. Anyway, I gotta run, Miguel said. Taking your grandmother to dinner. Nice meeting you all. He waved at the collection of stunned xenobiologists and disconnected. The silence stretched for nearly a full minute. Finally, a young Zenthari researcher spoke up. So, humans are the reason they went extinct? What? No, Elsa said, genuinely surprised. The virus killed them off. We were just managing local populations, where they overlapped with colonies. We actually tried to save them when the virus hit, but it spread too fast. You tried to save them? Dr. Thune sounded faint. Well, yeah. They were part of the ecosystem. Biodiversity is important. James nodded enthusiastically. We've got whole organizations dedicated to protecting predators. Even dangerous ones. Especially dangerous ones. Actually, Professor Schillenth slowly lowered himself into his seat. I need to revise my entire lecture series, he muttered. Everything we thought, we knew, about apex predators. Hey, Professor? Elsa raised her hand again. The Draxian cave terror. Another extinct super predator. Caused the collapse of 4 civilizations before mysteriously vanishing 800 cycles ago. Axe's senses. Came to. Also Dodd. Elsa and James exchanged glances. Can I call my mom? James asked. She was a spelunker on Draxus Prime. The sound of chairs scraping as alien researchers simultaneously stood and began backing toward the exit would echo in Elsa's memory for years.